Hey, boss, he ain't working.
Yeah, I don't have nothing against Houston, but when I leave from Houston, I'm never coming back to Houston. I'm never, capital never coming back here to live here ever again. And the reason why I say that is because the job market, if I would have known that this job market in Houston, Texas is trash, horrible, depleted, I would have never came here. I would have been asking and praying and begging God to send me somewhere else where it's more job opportunities. Because I'm realizing in Houston, you have to know somebody to get into a job. Or you have to be a business person. You have to have your own business, or you got to be an entrepreneur. Everybody is not cut out to be an entrepreneur or have a business. People are out here working, trying to get a regular job. Somebody like me. Um, when I tell y'all, it's been so hard to get a job. It's been so y'all. The basic place, McDonald's won't even hire me. McDonald's would not even hire me, y'all. Walmart, the Walmart that's by my house, I applied to Walmart for 3 times. I applied to Walmart, didn't want to hire me, and I'm just like, wait, these are basic jobs, y'all. Amazon, for some reason, Amazon is never hiring in Houston. I keep checking Amazon, nothing is popping up for Houston for Amazon, right? Okay, warehouse jobs. I can't even get a warehouse job because they like if you don't got the certain skills or experience, you can't get like y'all. And this video is not to discourage anybody that's planning on moving to Texas or to Houston. But if you move here, make sure that you gotta like you about to start up a business, or you already got a business, or you are a entrepreneur, because this is what Houston is about. It's about connections, meeting people, putting yourself out there.
Ain't that what it's all about anyway? If you own a business and you or whatever the case may be, you entrepreneur, it's all about networking. So what you saying makes no sense because you have to do that anyway. Especially if you're moving from out of town, that means you ain't connected with the right people, connected with the right vendors, connected with the right knowing policies, things of that nature. So of course, you gotta rub shoulders. You gotta connect. What are we talking about? If you're a business owner, entrepreneur, of course. That's something that you gotta do anyway, regardless if you stay where you stay or you move somewhere else. What is she talking about? I think she's mixing two different things: the job market and being a hustler, entrepreneur, a business owner. Them two different things.
And I'm trying not to get irritated. I'm trying to stay positive. But when I was living back in Florida, y'all, this was like during the pandemic. I know times changed, but during the pandemic, I was working this job. I was making $11 an hour. I had my first apartment. My rent for that apartment was $700 every month. I was able to make my rent off $11 an hour every 2 weeks and pay my light bill, pay for groceries, get my hair done. But it's like here in Houston, it's like I'm struggling.
Baby, you gotta think about the cost of living. And you didn't really say where you moved from in Florida. So wherever you go, if you ain't travel, if you ain't or well travel verse, wherever you go, the cost of living may be different depending on where you go.
Oh Lord, like I never experienced this is like a whole different type. I don't maybe because the economy changed, but this is very frustrating for me. Very frustrating. Like when I think about the situation, I'm like, I might as well just stayed in Florida. Like I could have, made it work down there. But it's like I came here because I wanted a fresh start. But I didn't know that the job market was this bad. I really did not know that. And I'm trying to find work in the middle of me about to be homeless. I'm trying to look for work. And it's just like, yeah, if I can get out of Houston, I'm not coming back here. I'll probably come back here to visit for a few days, but baby, I cannot live here. Mm-mm. So if you come to Houston, make sure you got things already planned out for you, because this job market here, I don't recommend it. You know it's bad when you gotta apply to a different Amazon in a different state. Y'all, I had to apply to an Amazon job in a whole other state just so I could get money, just so I can have money, because it ain't no job opportunities out here in Houston, personally for me. And I know that I'm not the only one in Houston who's experiencing this and who's feeling this, but it's just like, if you got to go to another state for another job opportunity while you're in your state, it's bad, baby. It's
Number one, it sounds like you moved here without even having a place to stay. Did you ask when you because you said it earlier about praying, you hope God put you somewhere else, help you find somewhere else to go. But did you pray before you left Florida? Did you get some type of answers before you just moved out here? Because it sounds like you just got an apartment, you moved out here without having a job, without having a plan. So of course you're going to be frustrated. Of course you're going to think the city sucks because you came out here without a plan. You didn't plan properly. It ain't Houston, it's you. So I premise this by saying I think everywhere is bad. I think it's a shortage everywhere. However, you said that you moved from Florida where you had it good. So why did you leave Florida? If it was that good in Florida where you was only making $11 an hour, why did you leave Florida? That's my first question. My second question is, did you just move here without having a job? Because it sounds like that's what you did. And I know you want to say that you got to be an entrepreneur, you got to be this, you got to be that. But it sounds like you came and visited, or you seen it online and thought it was lavish, it was all good on the up and up, and you didn't do your homework and you just decided I'm gonna just move there. Because why would you move somewhere without having a job? I think people mismanage their opportunities, right? I think people mismanage their opportunities here. You're not going to make me believe that it's no McDonald's, no fast food restaurant, nowhere, because you got to be getting around. You can't find no type of work. I don't foresee it. I really don't foresee that. I'm not buying that you did your homework, because the people that I know that moved here, even though they had to essentially they waited till they got the positions. They moved here once they got the positions, and they had professions as well. And it sounds like you don't have any, because if you're trying to get on at Amazon or whatever the case, it don't sound like you have any professions. So now we're looking into that. Like you don't have no credentials to get to the places that probably would hire. Like if you think Houston is trash, then you ain't did enough living, in my opinion. Because it's gonna be the same thing when you go somewhere else. And like I stated before, if you already had a good thing in Florida, what made you up and jump to want to move to Houston, Texas? And I guarantee it, sippers, I guarantee it. She's seen the limelight, she's seen the lifestyle, she's seen how the politics on social media, how it goes down here, and you was intrigued. But the lifestyle that you lived in Florida is not going to reflect wherever city, whatever town you was from in Florida is totally different when you move out this way. I think social media has warped people's minds so much to think that they can just, all because we have access now to fly, move anywhere. Because you got to think about it. You got to think about it like this. We used to be in groupings as human beings, right? Groupings, right? But now that we can see the entire world, see the entire nation, I think it really has warped people's mind, because we have more access than ever before in history to travel and get to places within the blink of an eye. And I believe social media plays a part in it, where it warps y'all minds thinking that you can just get up and go. Or when you see these people on social media just get up and go somewhere, and that's not everybody's story. Everybody's story can't be, hey, I'm going to believe on $1 in a dream and I'm going to make it. That's not the case for everybody. And I think y'all be feeding into these facades, feeding into these fairy tale stories without actually doing the groundwork. Because before I moved out here to Houston, I decided I wanted to get I need a job before I move out here. So I made sure I had a job before I actually moved out here. Like, I still had to plan. I couldn't just go out on a whim, right? And I think that is the issue. I don't think that Houston is jobless. I don't think Houston is trash. I think people mindsets are trash, and they don't know, and they're not managing their opportunities correctly. But sip y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's your boy Mercy. I'm out.